Have you ever felt like you are waiting for life to finally start, like your dreams, your manifestations, your visions of a better reality are always just around the corner, but never here in the moment? So many people spend months, even years, believing that their desired reality is on its way, that it simply needs more time to appear. This creates an invisible prison, one where you are always preparing, always hoping, always waiting, but never truly living in the shift you long for. And the longer you wait, the more doubt creeps in. You begin to ask yourself, am I doing this right? Why is it taking so long? Maybe I am not meant for this after all. This quiet despair is one of the greatest blocks to quantum manifestation, but what if the entire premise was wrong? What if the delay was never about time? What if it was about something far more immediate? Something already within you? The truth is, reality shifts don't require time. They require alignment. This may sound strange at first, especially if you have been conditioned to think in terms of progress, effort, and waiting for results. But quantum manifestation operates on different principles. It doesn't care about the clock ticking on your wall or the weeks marked off on your calendar. It cares about resonance, what you are tuned into right now, in this very moment. The universe, or the quantum field, is not linear the way we perceive time. All versions of you already exist. Every possible timeline, every possible outcome, every possible identity is alive in the quantum field. You are not waiting for it to appear, you are aligning with it so you can experience it. This is why so many seekers become frustrated. They practice visualization, affirmations, or scripting for weeks, but deep down, they are still vibrating with the energy of lack. They are still believing in the story that it is not here yet, and so their very practice reinforces the waiting. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and saying, "One day I will be confident." The mirror can only reflect what you are saying in the moment. It will always show you a version of yourself waiting. But when you stand and declare, "I am confident now," with your full being, the reflection shifts immediately. This is the essence of the truth we are exploring. It is not about time, it is about state. This realization can be both liberating and intimidating. Liberating because it means you do not have to wait years for your life to transform. Intimidating because it places the responsibility on your present moment awareness. You cannot outsource your shift to tomorrow. It is not about when the universe will finally deliver, it is about when you decide to embody your new state now. This flips the entire paradigm of manifestation on its head. Instead of asking, "When will it happen?" the more powerful question becomes, "What am I embodying in this very second?" Think about the countless times you have postponed your joy. You told yourself, "I will be happy when I get that job, when I move to that city, when I meet that person." You placed happiness in the future, as if it were a prize you had to earn through time. But notice how even when those things arrive, the mind often shifts the goalpost again. Suddenly it is, "I will be happy when the salary is higher, when the house is bigger, when the relationship is more secure." The illusion of waiting never ends. The truth is, joy, confidence, abundance, they are states, not destinations, and states can be chosen right now. The introduction to this journey is about piercing through that illusion. If you are here listening and seeking, it is because some part of you is tired of waiting. Some part of you knows that the endless someday is a trap. Deep down you are ready to step into your new reality, not by counting the days until it arrives, but by shifting into it this very moment. And that is what we are about to explore together. Throughout this journey, you will notice a recurring theme: contrast. The old self versus the new self, the stuck reality versus the shifted reality, fear versus alignment. This contrast is not meant to discourage you, it is meant to awaken you. It allows you to see where you have been unconsciously living and where you are being invited to go. Imagine standing at a crossroads. One path is well-worn, familiar, and heavy. The other is alive, open, and aligned. The difference between them is not distance or time, it is choice, frequency, and embodiment. As we begin, I invite you to let go of the idea that this is going to take time. Instead, open yourself to the possibility that everything can change in a single breath, a single decision, a single shift in vibration. The moment you let go of waiting, the moment you step into resonance, reality reorganizes itself around you. This is not fantasy or wishful thinking. It is the way the quantum field responds to consciousness, and consciousness is what you are. So as we dive into this exploration, breathe deeply and notice how your body feels right now. You are not preparing for transformation, you are in it. You are not waiting for your new self to arrive, you are already here. Already him, already them, in a higher layer of reality. All that's left is to align, to feel it, to embody it fully. This is the invitation, this is the doorway, and together we are about to walk through it. Most people who step into the world of manifestation carry with them one heavy belief that everything worth having takes time. This belief doesn't come out of nowhere. It is something we've been taught since childhood. From a young age we are told to wait our turn, to be patient, and to work hard now so we can enjoy later. We are conditioned to think that life unfolds in a straight line, that change only comes as the result of long effort and time passing. This is the lens we look through, and it becomes the prison that keeps us from realizing how powerful the present moment truly is. In the old paradigm, everything is seen as a process. If you want a career, you must go through years of study, years of grinding, years of waiting for promotions. If you want love, you must wait until you are ready or good enough. If you want abundance, you must slowly save and sacrifice until maybe one day you have enough. And if manifestation is introduced into this old paradigm, it too gets filtered through the same belief. If I visualize long enough, if I affirm long enough, if I practice consistently for months, then eventually, maybe my reality will shift. This is why so many seekers get stuck. They are still trying to manifest through the lens of time. But the quantum perspective shows us something radically different. In the quantum field, all realities already exist. They do not need to be built over time. They simply need to be tuned into, much like changing the station on a radio. The station does not need time to exist. It is already broadcasting. You simply shift your frequency to hear it. And once you realize this, you understand why waiting is an illusion. You are not waiting for the frequency to appear. It is here now. The only question is, are you aligned with it? Let's take a practical example. Imagine someone who desires financial freedom. They begin practicing manifestation by visualizing wealth every night. But as soon as the visualization ends, they return to their day with a heavy heart, worrying about bills, checking their empty bank account, and affirming to themselves unconsciously, it's not here yet. Their body, their emotions, their vibration are all tuned into lack. They may continue this for weeks, even months, all the while believing they are building their manifestation. But what they are really doing is reinforcing the story of time. The belief that the wealth is far away, that it must take effort and patience to appear. The wealth timeline already exists, but they cannot access it while vibrating in lack. This illusion of time is also tied to control. We want to control how and when things arrive. The human mind is comfortable when it has a sequence, when it can say, step 1, step 2, step 3, then results. But quantum manifestation doesn't play by those rules. It responds to alignment, not effort. It responds to resonance, not scheduling. This is why the biggest shifts often happen suddenly, when someone least expects it. A person may spend years struggling, then in a single moment of surrender, alignment, or decision, their entire reality reorganizes. From the outside, it may look like a miracle, but from the quantum perspective, it was simply a frequency shift, a collapsing of the illusion of waiting. This is also why so many people experience frustration. Think about it, when you believe manifestation requires time, every day that passes without your desire showing up becomes evidence that it's not working. Your faith weakens, your energy drops, and you unconsciously push the reality further away. You create a cycle of longing and disappointment. But once you release the idea of time, everything changes. Instead of saying, it's coming someday, you begin to ask, how can I embody it now? And in that shift of perspective, doors begin to open. Consider the contrast. Imagine two people both trying to manifest love. The first person spends months visualizing, waiting, and hoping, all the while telling themselves, it hasn't happened yet, maybe next month. Their energy radiates longing and lack. The second person, however, steps into alignment immediately. They begin to live as though love is already a natural part of their life. They cultivate joy, self-acceptance, and openness now. They feel the presence of love, before it physically shows up. And because they no longer radiate waiting, love flows to them in unexpected ways. Both people use the same desire, but only one escaped the illusion of time. When we cling to the illusion of time, we also shrink our sense of possibility. We think transformation must come gradually, in slow steps, but history and personal stories show us again and again that radical shifts can happen in an instant. Someone leaves an old identity behind overnight. Someone meets a partner in a single unexpected encounter that changes everything. Someone wakes up one morning and decides to quit their job, pursue their passion, and within weeks finds opportunities opening like never before. Were these miracles the result of enough time passing? No, they were the result of alignment, decision, and frequency shift. The old self thrives on waiting. It says, "I am not ready yet, I need more time, I must prepare." The new self thrives on now. It says, "I choose to embody it here, I choose to step into it now." One vibrates with delay, the other vibrates with immediacy. And this is the key difference between living in illusion and living in truth. So how do we begin dissolving the illusion of time in manifestation? It starts with awareness. Notice the subtle ways you postpone your own desires. When you catch yourself saying, "One day I will be abundant," shift it to "I am embodying abundance now." When you think, "Someday I will be confident," ask, "What does confidence feel like in my body right now?" This does not mean denying physical circumstances, but it does mean refusing to let circumstances dictate your state. Remember, the shift happens internally first. The external rearranges later. Another way to break free from the illusion is through playfulness. When you approach manifestation as a heavy, time-consuming task, you reinforce the idea of waiting. But when you approach it with curiosity and joy, you slip into the timelessness of the present moment. Imagine a child playing pretend. They don't say, "One day I will be a superhero." They step into it now. They embody it fully, and in their experience, it becomes real. That is the kind of energy that dissolves waiting and brings quantum shifts into being. The illusion of time is powerful because it feels so real. We look at clocks, calendars, and deadlines, and they seem to prove that time is the ultimate truth. But in manifestation, time is just a construct of the mind. The deeper truth is alignment, frequency, and resonance. Once you embody the desired state, the outer world must shift to match it. And when that happens, you realize something profound. It was never about time at all. As we move forward, remember this: every second you spend waiting is a second reinforcing lack. Every second you spend embodying is a second living your new reality. You get to choose which path to walk. And the moment you choose embodiment, the illusion of time begins to dissolve before your eyes. At the heart of every reality shift lies a principle that most people overlook. It's not the actions you take, the effort you exert, or the time you wait that creates change. It's your frequency. Frequency is the vibration you emit, the energy you carry in every thought, feeling, and belief. It is the invisible force that determines which version of reality you experience. In simpler terms, the universe responds to your vibration, not your schedule. You could follow every manifestation ritual perfectly, recite affirmations with perfect grammar, and write the most detailed vision board. But if your frequency is still in doubt, fear, or misalignment, your reality will mirror that vibration. Frequency alignment is about embodying the state of your desired reality in the present moment. It is the bridge between your current self and your new self, the invisible path that allows the universe to collapse probability into your experience. Think of it like tuning a radio. The station of your desire is already broadcasting. If your frequency is off even slightly, if your energy is full of resistance, impatience, or disbelief, you will hear static, not the clear transmission. But the moment you align fully, the station comes through perfectly. The music plays, the signal is received, and just like that, your reality begins to shift. To understand this more deeply, consider the contrast between fear and alignment. Fear is rooted in lack, in the story that the universe is outside of you and that you must struggle to earn what you want. Alignment, on the other hand, is rooted in trust, in the recognition that your desired reality already exists in the quantum field, and that your role is simply to tune into it. Fear vibrates at a low frequency. Alignment vibrates at a high frequency. One keeps you stuck in waiting, the other allows for immediate manifestation. The difference between them is subtle, but the impact is profound. Frequency alignment is not just mental, it is deeply emotional and physical. Your body, emotions, and thoughts must all resonate with your desire. It is not enough to intellectually know what you want. You must feel it as real, as already done, as inevitable. The body responds to the state you inhabit. Your posture, your breathing, your micro-expressions, they all communicate to the universe whether you are in alignment or not. This is why practices like visualization, embodiment exercises, and feeling work are so powerful. They help your body, mind, and emotions vibrate at the same level as your desired reality. One of the most overlooked aspects of frequency alignment is identity. Most manifestations fail because people are trying to bring something external into a self that does not yet believe it is possible. For example, if someone wants to manifest abundance but still sees themselves as not good enough or unworthy, their vibration does not match wealth. The quantum field cannot deliver a reality that contradicts your inner state. To manifest effectively, your identity must shift first. You must become the version of yourself that already lives the reality you desire. This is why radical transformations often feel instant, because the external world is merely reflecting the internal change. Let's explore this with an example. Imagine someone who has always struggled with confidence. They dream of being charismatic and self-assured, but deep down they carry a story of inadequacy. They may try affirmations or visualization, but if they still feel the tension of doubt or fear in social situations, their frequency is misaligned. The quantum field cannot collapse a confident reality for someone vibrating insecurity. The breakthrough comes not from more effort, but from embodying confidence in subtle, authentic ways, standing tall, speaking with clarity, feeling the excitement of possibility instead of fear, and gradually inhabiting the identity of the confident self. As the internal vibration shifts, the external reality inevitably follows. Opportunities, synchronicities, and experiences begin to align with this new frequency almost effortlessly. Frequency alignment also requires awareness of contrast. Contrast is the signal that tells you where you are out of alignment. Every moment of discomfort, resistance, or lack is a guidepost pointing to a vibration that needs adjustment. Instead of fighting these moments, you can observe them, learn from them, and consciously choose a higher state. For example, if you feel anxious about money, notice what beliefs or thoughts are underlying that emotion. Then deliberately shift your attention, feelings, and actions toward trust, abundance, and confidence. Each small shift recalibrates your frequency and moves you closer to your desire. Another essential aspect of alignment is letting go of control. Many people believe they must orchestrate every detail of their manifestation, but this approach creates tension, which lowers frequency. Alignment is not about micromanaging outcomes, it is about trusting the process, embodying the desired state, and allowing the universe to arrange the how and when. Surrender does not mean inaction, it means acting from a place of inspired flow rather than forced effort. When you act aligned, opportunities show up in ways you could not have predicted, often faster and more perfectly than you imagined. Emotional resonance is a key indicator of alignment. The universe responds instantly to the vibration you emit. Feelings like joy, gratitude, love, and excitement are high-frequency states that signal alignment. Low-frequency states like fear, doubt, frustration, and desperation signal misalignment. Therefore, it is essential to cultivate emotional awareness and deliberately choose states that match your desire. This is not about suppressing negative emotions, but about noticing them, releasing resistance, and intentionally stepping into higher states. Each moment of alignment strengthens your capacity to receive your desire. Stories of sudden, seemingly miraculous shifts often have one thing in common: the person shifted their frequency first. They stopped trying to force outcomes through time and effort, and instead embodied the reality they wanted. Sometimes it happens in a single powerful moment of clarity, sometimes gradually, but always from the inside out. Their external reality then reorganizes to match the internal state. This is the secret most manifestation guides never emphasize. The power of frequency is far greater than the power of time. Frequency alignment is the true catalyst that transforms waiting into instant manifestation. It dissolves struggle, reduces resistance, and opens doors that seemed impossible. Once you understand and apply this principle, the illusion of time falls away, and the quantum field responds immediately. The shift is no longer in the distant future, it is happening now, in the vibration you choose to inhabit. Every thought, feeling, and belief becomes a tool for tuning into your new reality. Ultimately, frequency alignment asks you to step fully into the truth. Your desired reality already exists. The universe is not waiting to deliver, it is waiting for you to match its vibration. Every act of embodiment, every choice to feel, think, and move as your new self, accelerates the shift. Time becomes irrelevant, because reality is no longer measured in days or months, it is measured in resonance. And when your frequency is fully aligned, quantum manifestation is not only possible, it is inevitable. As we reach the conclusion of this journey, it is important to remember the most profound truth we have explored. Quantum reality shifts do not require time, they require alignment. Everything you desire, every version of your ideal self, every reality you long for already exists in the quantum field. The universe is not waiting to deliver it to you. The only thing that determines your experience is your frequency, your vibration, your state, your alignment with what is already present. Time was never the barrier. Your belief in time as a requirement was. Reflect for a moment on the contrast we have explored throughout this journey. The old self versus the new self, stuck reality versus shifted reality, waiting versus living the now. This contrast is your guide. It shows you where you have unconsciously been postponing your power and where you are being invited to step fully into it. The old paradigm thrives on effort, struggle, and patience. The new paradigm thrives on resonance, trust, and embodiment. Your shift happens not by trying harder, but by being more aligned, more present, and more fully yourself. Living the shift is about choice. Each moment presents an opportunity to embody your new reality. You can choose to dwell in stories of lack, delay, or someday, or you can choose to feel, act, and think as the person who already lives your desire. The difference between these two paths is not measured in years or months, it is measured in frequency. Every breath, every decision, every feeling becomes a tool for tuning into the reality you want. And as you maintain this alignment, the external world naturally reorganizes to match your inner state. Remember that alignment is not linear and does not require perfection. Resistance, doubt, and fear may arise, and that is natural. What matters is that you consciously return to resonance each time you notice misalignment. Embodiment, visualization, language, emotional focus, supportive environments, surrender, and joy are all keys that keep you in alignment. The more consistently you practice these, the more effortless your manifestation becomes. You are learning to live in your shifted reality before it physically appears, and that is the essence of quantum manifestation. As you step away from this message, carry with you the understanding that your power is immediate. Waiting is optional. The shift is already happening the moment you choose to embody it. Take a deep breath and feel the vibration of your desired reality as if it is already yours. Notice how it changes your posture, your thoughts, your emotions. Allow yourself to step fully into the new self here, now in this very moment. This is not a distant goal. This is your invitation to live as if your desired reality is present, to trust the quantum field, and to embody your highest frequency in every thought, feeling, and action. The universe is not holding back. You are not waiting, the shift is already unfolding, and your alignment is all that is needed. Step into it fully, live it boldly, and allow the magic of quantum manifestation to reveal itself in your life without delay.
Now that we understand that time is an illusion and frequency alignment is the true catalyst for manifestation, the next step is living the shift in the present moment. This is where the teachings move from theory to practice, from understanding to embodiment. Most people have a tendency to postpone their happiness, confidence, or abundance, thinking they must wait for circumstances to change. Living the shift is about breaking that pattern and stepping fully into your new reality here and now, regardless of external conditions. It is about becoming the version of yourself who already exists in your desired timeline. Living the shift begins with awareness. Notice how you show up in your current reality. Observe your thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment. Are you still clinging to old patterns of waiting, resistance, or doubt? Are you holding on to the story that your desires are in the distant future? Awareness is the first step, because it illuminates the areas where you are out of alignment. Only when you see them clearly can you consciously choose to step into a higher state. This moment of recognition is powerful. It is the doorway between your old self and your new self. Next comes embodiment. Embodiment is not about pretending or forcing yourself to feel something you don't genuinely feel. It is about cultivating the sensations, posture, and emotional state of your desired reality and allowing them to naturally integrate into your being. For example, if you wish to manifest confidence, embodiment could include standing tall, speaking clearly, maintaining calm in challenging situations, and feeling excitement and certainty in your body. If your desire is abundance, embodiment might involve cultivating gratitude for what you already have, moving through life with generosity, and feeling the security and ease of financial freedom now. The key is consistency. Small, deliberate actions repeated over time anchor the new state into your reality. Visualization and imagination play a critical role in living the shift. However, this is different from distant daydreaming. You are not imagining what you want in some far-off future. You are imagining it as if it is happening right now. See yourself moving through life already as the person you want to be. Hear the sounds, feel the emotions, notice the details around you. This immersive experience signals to the quantum field that you are fully aligned with your desired reality. It is a practice that bridges the internal state with external manifestation. Another powerful tool for living the shift is language. The words you speak to yourself and others carry vibration. Notice how often people unconsciously reinforce waiting or lack in their speech. I will be happy when, one day I'll have, or I can't yet, because each phrase keeps you in the frequency of waiting. Instead, begin to speak from the perspective of your desired reality. Say, I am abundant, I am confident, I am loved. Speak it as truth, not hope. The language of the present moment rewires your vibration, signaling that you are already living the shift. Emotional alignment is equally crucial. When you feel the emotions of your desired reality now, you collapse the space between your current and future self. This requires mindfulness and sometimes courage, because it may feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable at first. You might notice resistance, self-doubt, or fear arising as you embody states you haven't fully experienced before. Instead of avoiding these emotions, acknowledge them and consciously choose to feel the higher vibration anyway. The more you practice feeling the state of your new self, the more your body and mind accept it as reality. Consistency is key. Living the shift is not a one-time event but a daily practice. Each decision, each thought, each feeling moment is an opportunity to tune into your desired reality. Even mundane activities can become expressions of your new self. How you interact with people, how you manage your tasks, how you hold your body, all of it matters. By bringing mindfulness and intentionality to each moment, you gradually dissolve the old patterns of waiting and resistance, replacing them with the seamless experience of living in alignment. Integration of the shift also involves surrounding yourself with cues that support your new reality. Environment, relationships, and habits can either reinforce old patterns or amplify your alignment. Align your surroundings to reflect the vibration of your desired self. This could mean decluttering spaces, spending time with people who uplift and inspire you, or engaging in activities that reinforce your new identity. External support is a mirror of your internal alignment, reinforcing that the reality you are embodying is tangible and real. Surrender remains a vital aspect of living the shift. While embodiment, visualization, and language guide your frequency, the universe orchestrates the unfolding of events. Trying to force outcomes often generates tension, lowering your frequency and slowing manifestation. Instead, act from inspired flow, trusting that the universe will respond in perfect timing. The paradox is that when you let go of control, the external world aligns faster than when you try to micromanage every detail. Surrender is not passivity, it is conscious alignment combined with trust. Living the shift in the now also requires a sense of play and joy. When manifestation is approached as a heavy, serious task, it reinforces struggle and resistance. By infusing curiosity, wonder, and excitement into your practice, you naturally elevate your vibration. Imagine the joy of stepping into your desired reality as a child stepping into a game, fully immersed, completely present, and delightfully aware of the possibilities. Playfulness dissolves tension and opens the door for effortless alignment. Finally, living the shift means acknowledging that transformation is already happening. Celebrate small signs of alignment, synchronicities, new opportunities, feelings of ease, or subtle shifts in perception. Each signal is a confirmation that your vibration is resonating with your desired reality. The more you notice and appreciate these signs, the stronger your alignment becomes, accelerating the shift further. You are no longer a person waiting for change, you are the creator of your reality, actively living the new self now. By integrating awareness, embodiment, visualization, language, emotional alignment, consistency, supportive environments, surrender, play, and celebration, you fully step into the experience of living the shift. This practice turns manifestation from a future-focused effort into a present-moment reality. Each moment becomes a doorway to the life you desire, collapsing time and bridging the gap between who you are and who you are becoming. The shift is not ahead, it is happening now.